That's sad that they did that to John Amos. What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody feeling today? We recently found out veteran actor John Amos passed away. They're saying of, I think, congestive heart failure. Now, we all remember John Amos as the beloved but stern father James Evans on the classic show Good Times. John Amos's daughter has come forward to say that she feels like there was a lot of foul play involved with her dad. She said that she learned of her dad's death the same time we did on social media. I guess it was 45 days after he had passed away, because from what we now understand, he passed away actually the end of August. So I thought I would do a reading today to see if there was any kind of foul play involved around John Amos's death, and to see if he was abused, if he was a victim of elderly abuse in his final months or years. Now, before I start this reading, I would like to put out this disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video has been proven to be fact as of now. So, since we got that out the way, I'm going to shuffle these cards and let's see what happened to John Amos in his final months. I asked through the cards to call forth John Amos, see if he has a message for us. So I want to know what his message is. I want him to see if he's going to tell if he was abused or not. Come on, John, tell me. Okay, so didn't have certain skills, strength, death. John died in a hospital. This is what I'm seeing. There were certain strengths. Somebody had to be strong, but didn't have the skills to be strong. Let me see. You got the moon card. Then you got the, I'll bring that over here, the Four of Pentacles. The High Priestess reversed. The King of Swords. The Chariot reversed. Meaning something was delayed. Wheel of Fortune, opportunity, the unhappy family, stable home, relationship. Okay. So as I try to connect to the cards, I want to see what is John Amos's message. What is he trying to say? I'm seeing here, you got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I'm wondering, because like this card is about the master building and building of wealth, but it's in reverse. So I'm wondering if there was something about somebody being disinherited or something about his will. And then you got the Strength card and him passing away in the hospital, which is what I'm seeing here with the Four of Cups, passing away in the hospital. This is the card of recuperation, the tombs, all of that. This tells me he died in the hospital. So then you got the Moon card, which is about fears, anxiety, deception. Could also be about low moods, hormones. Let me see. So then you got the Four of Pentacles over here, but it's reversed, talking about openness, generosity. But if you notice, it's Pentacles, it's money. So then you got the High Priestess reverse, ignoring our gut feeling and secrets, not wanting the secrets to get out. An accident involving a vehicle. It could also be about delays, not progressing. So you got the King of Swords, which I'm getting some kind of air sign male is involved in this. But the High Priestess reverse is also about suppression of the feminine. You got the Wheel of Fortune right here, which is about opportunity. It's about fortune. It's about luck, a turning point, progression. You got the Unhappy Family card, which I don't have to explain that, but there was some kind of family feud, you know, going on. And then you got the House card, which is the Four of Wands next to it, and then you got the card of marriage or relationships. I'm gonna pull one more row, and then I'm gonna see what John is talking about. Cooperation, common ground, reconciliation, Somebody was trying to mend a broken relationship. The Queen of Cups. Why do I get the feeling that that's his daughter? Then you got the Three of Cups, which was about a party, celebration, a third person being involved, coming together. Then you got the Nine of Pentacles reverse, which is about codependency or about the single or divorced woman. The Queen of Cups may also be it's about gentleness, sentimental. Did John want it? I think he wanted some kind of common ground and to bring his kids together. I think his kids were like, there was some kind of feud going on between John's kids or John and his kids or whatever, and I think he wanted like his family to get back together. He wanted a more stable family unit. This is what I'm seeing so far. Now, in the Eight of Pentacles reverse, is talking about somebody not having certain skills, and then it's talking about strength, which is about courage. It could be about a million things. Like I said, it could be about courage. It could be about trying to gain health. I think he was trying to get healthy and get back on his feet, but he ended up dying in the hospital. What is the Moon card talking about? So the Moon card, and then together with the Four of Pentacles, openness, generosity. Then you got suppression of the feminine. I'm getting a feeling that his daughter was left out of a lot of his care, and probably left out of his will too. And I feel like this was a business decision, but I feel like his son kind of encouraged this. This is just what I'm feeling. So the Chariot reverse, yeah, I think the son. I feel like the son blocked the daughter from John Amos's will. You know what I mean? And this is kind of what caused the family feud. Because from my understanding, John was living with his son in his final years, correct? And so his son took this opportunity, and this was the turning point and why they were feuding. So then you got the marriage card, or at least relationship and harmony, cooperation, common ground. I do think his daughter genuinely cared about him and wanted to be a part of his care. You know what I mean? Now let me see. There's some kind of dependency going on too, or some kind of. Let me pull some more cards before I say the next point. You know how I like to clean up the cards so that I can clear that out, get enough room to pull up the new energy. All right, so the father, father reversed. So somebody was being abusive and controlling, and was showing some violent behavior, some aggressive behavior. Somebody was out for self-gratification, and somebody wasn't getting their wishes fulfilled or getting their needs met. And this is the card of being interdependent or codependency. This is the father card, but it's reversed. I'm getting the feeling maybe John did depend on one of his kids in his final years. You know what I mean? But the kid took care of him more so for whatever gratification it was to their self and stuff like that. A lot of times they felt overwhelmed, you know what I mean, by taking care of him, but they still took care of him. But I feel like it was more of a money move than it was for actually caring about him. And they did mistreat him. I can't say, I feel like it was the son, since the son was the one he was living with in his final years. Let me see. So it was struggles and feeling like a prisoner. Then you got the King of Cups, which is the upstanding man, the businessman, the man that's mature emotionally. You got the Justice card, which is legal. I think he was like a legal, I'm not going to say guardian, but like, I'm not going to say he was his father's legal guardian, but I feel like he was kind of like legally responsible, like a POA or something. Hold on, let me take a drink. He was a POA. I think he's the PO, like, well, he had some kind of legal grounds for taking care of his dad. And he wanted to keep up the appearances that he was taking care of him. This is what I'm feeling like. The victory card. He wanted to win his dad's, because see, you got negotiation and There were certain negotiations going on. I feel like he I feel like he wanted to take over his father's estate whenever the end came. But a lot of times, actually taking care of him, he felt overwhelmed, and it was times he used controlling and mean behavior. You know what I mean? Now, the daughter has alleged that the son brainwashed the father. Um, so there was. So let's see about that. Spirit, did the son brainwash the father? Somebody that shrieked responsibilities. The two, meaning some kind of partnership. There was partnership. There was expansion, travel. Did the daughter travel to? Okay, so wait a second. Wait a second. Page of Wands. No, this is the Sun card. This is talking about the Sun. The Sun tried to shriek responsibility a lot of times. He was also he was stealing some of the dad's money, and he was a bit violent towards James. I'm sorry, I keep calling him James from Good Times. John Amos. He was violent. He was sometimes like fly off the handle. You know what I mean? Now, he was enthusiastic when it came to, say money. He was enthusiastic about the money part of it, the business aspect of dealing with his father, getting the money for taking care of his father, being assigned to his father's estate. But, the good news of it all, he was more business about it. Let me see about this. I get the feeling he didn't like actually having to care for his daddy, but he wanted that money. You know what I mean? Because if he didn't take him in, he would have been left out in the cold. Now you got the harem reverse, which is the disgraced guru. See the sun card, and you got the harem next to the sun card. This is he kept him isolated though. He kept his dad isolated a lot. He knew his dad was confused in his final years and going out of his mind, so he kept him isolated and away from everybody else. He kept him withdrawn while he handled his business matters. But all of that was to get to his money. It wasn't like he cared, or you know what I mean. He consulted a lawyer too. I think he had a lawyer or whatever. I'm getting the feeling they did do something to John Amos's will. This is what I'm getting. Oh, wait, wrong side. He wanted to leave I feel like he wanted to leave his sister out the will. Yeah. He did some underhanded things with that will, with John Amos's estate, and he didn't treat John Amos that well. Yep. See, cunning, con man, ruthless. He probably used to call his sister all kind of B words to say how he didn't want her to benefit. This is what I'm feeling like. He wanted to walk away from the care part of it. Let me see. You had the Empress. Walk away, mother. You got the Queen of Wands reversed, which is, he would refer to her as the B word. She's a B. His own sister was a B word to him. He was very cunning, very, he treacherous, very sneaky. You know what I mean? He did some very sneaky things when it came to the will. Let me see. So then you got the Eight of Cups, which is about escaping, walking away. You know what I mean? Being emotionally distant from this. Then you got the Empress, which is the Mother card. I wonder if, and then you got the Lovers. I wonder if he was upset because his dad was no longer with his mother, or he felt like I don't think he felt that emotionally close to his dad. I get the feeling he was closer to his mom. So then the Lovers card. There was multiple people involved. Ace of Pentacles, business, profit, Temperance reversed, disharmony, taking care of someone. Yep, it was a lot of disharmony, and he didn't take care of him the way he want people to think he took care of him. He mistreated him and stuff like that. You know how sometimes people just take in their elderly parent, or they might take in a foster child, but they don't care. They don't care nothing about that parent or foster child, or they don't take good care of them. They just care about collecting their money all the time. You know what I mean? Victim, domination, defeat. refusing to fight anymore, aggression, abuse, murder, victim. Wait a minute. Mourning. Come back here. He took care of him, and then that's defeat. And this is the card of taking care of like a child, or let me see this. Let's pull this back. So you had the Temperance reversed. Then you had the Six of Cups, which is about caring for someone, but this is disharmony, disimbalance. He didn't take care of him right. So the next cards that come up, this card is the card of crimes, of abuse, murder, victimization. This card is about aggression, but it's also somebody walking away, somebody losing, somebody being defeated. And then you got this card as the card of overseas, and you got this card as the card of mourning. This is also the card of expansion, of growth, of negotiation as well. Let me pull another card. Page of Pentacles reverse. He was lazy. Why am I sensing that there was some kind of negligence that contributed to John Amos's death on the part of the son? Mismanaged finances. I think he also mismanaged John Amos's health. The Tower. Secrets getting exposed. Problems. Crisis. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all, okay, I'm going to be completely honest about what I'm sensing and what I'm feeling from these cards so far. I feel like John Amos's son took John Amos in, but like I said, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm feeling like the cards are saying John Amos's son took John Amos in. Like I said, he wanted to be a part of his money. I mean, he wanted to get his money every month for taking care of him. He wanted, you know what I mean, to be a part of his estate. He wanted to exclude his sister from his estate. I get the feeling that he felt some type of way from when John Amos was with his mother. You know what I mean? I think maybe he felt like John Amos just walked away from his mother or walked away from them. Whatever. I don't know. Look, I don't know how he grew up. I'm just saying what I'm feeling like the cards is telling me. So I feel like there was some kind of negligence on the part of the son, and which led to a crisis. And John Amos was also victimized. Like, I do feel like there was aggression towards John Amos sometime. The son would probably, like, you know, yell at him and things like that. This is what I'm feeling. All allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This is what my gut is saying and what I feel like the cards is pointing to. He would yell at John. He would, I'm not going to say he ever struck him, but I wouldn't put it past him that he might have did that. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like negligence on his part, which is what led to the death of John Amos. And I feel like the daughter is exposing all of that now because he mismanaged John Amos's care and his money, which also, you know what I mean, which led to all of this. See how that slowing down the process. That's the Eight of Pentacles, excuse me, that's the Eight of Wands reverse. Slowing down progression, hasty decision, mistakes being made. They would say that the son, you know what I mean, purposely murdered John Amos. But honestly and truly, from what I'm looking at with the cards, there was some kind of accidental death. And, but it was because of negligence. You know what I mean? Now, see, look at this. You got the Ace of Cups reversed, which is unacquitted love. That came up. I'm going to clear these cards out. The Ace of Cups came out, which is considered unacquitted love. You know what I mean? The son didn't... I don't think that the son had a loving relationship with his father the way he wants people to believe he did. Then you got the Hangman, which is letting go of something. You know what I mean? The Hangman suspension, letting go. And then you got the Two of Swords, but it's reverse, which means having clarity to a situation. Then you got the Nine of Swords reverse, which is about problems worsening, but the worst being over. Okay. So here's what it is. The son didn't have a loving relationship with John Amos, all allegedly for entertainment purposes anyway. Now the Hangman. He made the sacrifice to take John in because he knew that that was a good money move. You know what I mean? That was what he was seeing clearly. This is what he was analyzing in his head. You know what I mean? Let me see what else. Emotional turmoil. See, you got the Nine of Swords, which is a very dark card, but it's in reverse. So I think how he feels about his death is that the nightmare is over, and then you got the seven. You got the Seven of Wands, which is about basically strong competition. There was some kind of competition. I feel like I'm not gonna say competition. It was a battle that he felt like he would have to fight. I think that because from my understanding, John Amos was cremated. I'm getting the feeling the son cremating John Amos. He feels like, okay, the worst is over. I could breathe now. You know what I mean? They'll never find out what really happened, how he really died. The seven of wands, like I was saying, that's fighting against opposition. You know what I mean? So I think the opposition is the allegations that's coming out. There's allegations being made that he mismanaged John Amos's care. He didn't take care of him the way he was supposed to. You know what I mean? And he felt like it's a cross too heavy to bear at this moment. Say abuse. This is the card of child abuse or elderly abuse. He abused John Amos. It was neglect. Stirring up trouble. Troubled waters. He dominated him for his money. He dominated his money. He dominated him in the house because he knew that his father was sick and couldn't do much without him. Clouded judgment. You know what? The judgment reverse with the judgment reverse, I'm seeing some kind of clouded judgment. I'm getting the feeling John Amos was not in his right state of mind. Like maybe he had some kind of why do I feel like dementia? I'm not sure, but I'm feeling dementia. I'm feeling like there was some kind of dementia, and John Amos was confused in his final years, and his son took advantage of this and used this as the opportunity. You know what I mean? To disinherit his sister so he could have all of his fortune. You know what I mean? The fool reversed. He treated him like he was an idiot, like he didn't know what he was talking about simply because you know how he was losing his mind in his final years. He was going senile. Page of Cups. Treachery, malicious gossip. Supposed to have been a team effort. So it was supposed to have been a team effort to take care of John Amos, but the son took everything over and made the poor decision choices. It sounds very egotistical and egocentric and self-centered. It was more about what was best for him than what was best for his dad. He didn't care about what was best for his dad. I mean, we could keep going. Actually, I'm almost out of cards. See, fortune honey. His son was just looking for a payday. Release from an abusive situation. Multiple choices, options. He knew that his father had at least another child, so that's why he wanted he didn't want to share the profit with someone else. He wanted to be greedy and keep all the profit for himself. I'm referring to the son. He was only interested in his inheritance, and so that's why he tried to disinherit his sister, the ace. Yep, and he tried to block her. Okay, so like I said, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Where I'm getting what I got from the cards, John Amos's son didn't treat John Amos right. It was something that the cards is telling me he did that contributed to John Amos's death, and this is why he quickly had him cremated, so that, you know what I mean, he wouldn't come under fire for some kind of neglect of for elderly abuse or neglect or whatever happened. You get what I'm saying? He did try to keep his sister away from the father and stuff like that because he knew that he would have to share the father's finances with the sister, or at least she would come in and be like, hey, that's not right what you're doing with dad's finances. You know what I mean? XYZ. I get the feeling that John Amos's son actually kind of held some kind of hurt or whatever towards him in the past because of whatever happened between John Amos and the son's mother. You know what I mean? Like I said, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. So comment down below. Tell me what you think. Do you believe that John Amos's son had something to do with his death, and that his son was kind of being neglectful and stealing his money and mismanaging it and did some sneaky stuff with the will to disinherit his sister? You know what I mean? And to get all of the wealth for himself? Or do you believe that something is going on with the sister and maybe she's just making claims because maybe she just didn't deal with her dad? You know what I mean? If you like this video, leave a comment down below talking about this topic. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Thank you, my beautiful soul family, for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.